should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear. Off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff for Carter. Carter, a first down and more. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Let's go. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete. Okue-Buna. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Cook. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now the Jets will call it on the field goal unit here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And that hits the crossbar and comes back. And it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it. And now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is Mixon on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run here with Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Mixon with a 1st down carry. They'll get only a couple down to 44. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 14-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
And the Bengals first down.
On one, ready?
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Carter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
One of my own teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They go play action with Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Second and 10. Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Second and 6.
Here's a give to Carter. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, a run with Carter. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The Bengals drive about to get going. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They go play action with Burrow. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in here and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Oh, big hole left side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll run with Carter. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Carter again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Here we go. Set. 60 out block. I'm coming at 7. Let's go.
Mike 57. You've been here. Exit. 57. Mike 57. What we got?
Let's go.
Here's Wilson to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point cross up and go. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
50 seconds, march, Charlie.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jalen Cook. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
50 seconds.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
59 mark, 59 mark, check, 59.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved that they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he gets it down to the 32.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological. And he's going to go down. They sack him back. Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Auden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
17. Bengals 14.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Mike, check, 59, 59. Here we go. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
On first down, Wilson. And he completes it to Berrios. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
First down. First and 10.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". Hey, watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Check 59. Mike is good.
To throw is Wilson. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He finds his running back, Mixon, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's a second down.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Play of the half for Burrow and company. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with a home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. From way up at the 23. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Here we go.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the jet sweep, here's Chase. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
I'm wondering.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now Joe Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
21, Jets 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, he's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Johnson. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. And that's on big Mekhi Becton, 1st-round pick in 2020. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Carter with it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
From the 10-yard line, here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 50. Mike 50.
Throwing is Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read. You don't have much to take it. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. Reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Bengals drive about to get going. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting 2nd half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth. And who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to pass. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On 1st down, Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Play action. It's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. and they do so and pick up a first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set a shot in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. And shutting him off, now open field. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, right back to Carter.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Check, 59. Let's go.
Here's Wilson to throw. Man open is Robinson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Second and 8 coming up.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check 59. Mike is 59.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got this one completed to Mims.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run with Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Here we go. That logo.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. It's complete to Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
57.
Alpha.
57 to Mike.
Yep.
57 to Mike.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Hey, check.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sam Hubbard able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, he's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
4 down, 4 down. 57's Mike. Mike 57. I know he ain't got it. 57. Mike 57. Good run, Terrell. 57's the Mike. Mike 57. Watch the run.
66.
Now Wilson. Touchdown. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Jets 31.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Carlson. Open goal. These guys will take a 10-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. Drive about to get going. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Hard to forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
3rd and goal from the 6. They'll try to run with Carter. Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
171 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jets, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff races. They're back to 500 at 5-5. And now they'll get the short week as they get